Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Legaia. When we last left off, well, as you can clearly tell, I decided to grind a little bit because this is a natural grind spot, and as you can see, I'm level 5, but you will see on my time, I'm like 2 hours behind because, well, there's just one simple fact of the matter. I kind of fell asleep while waiting for stuff, so yeah, that kind of had a little bit to do with it. Meds are a powerful thing. But I didn't end up doing anything. Like I said, I just grinded, got my level up, and now we're going to continue with the story after I thoroughly destroy this gabu. I don't know, this thing steals items, so that's basically what he's there for. Now, as you can tell, I was able to do Slash Kick and Power Punch at the same, without using six blocks. The way you do this is in this game, you can actually combine arts if they have the same inputs. Let's say I do Hurricane into another art that started with low, low. If I did high, high, low, low, and then the whole art was 3 lows and a high, I could actually combo those two together if I have enough AP. Now, what you would want to do is you want to, in order to progress the story, you go and check on May. They all have one back to the wall, but still haven't come back. Ittarra, what happened? The mist is here! Oh no! It'll overcome with emotion. It's like, oh dear! That means the Saru have come to Rimmelm. Your powers of observation have not... They're flawless. But if you let her go to your house, she will give you a pendant for helping her, for doing that. And what this pendant does is it increases your max HP by 10%. Not that much, yes, but at the same token, every little bit helps in this game. You did a good thing, Ittarra. May must have been uneasy all by herself. Ah, but if my cursed body were not crippled like this. Damn you Girl Scout cookies! Now, he's asking for someplace safe, but I'm pretty sure you can all guess where that someplace safe is. There's a giant freaking glowing beacon of nonsense in the center, and these battles are atrociously bad. Oh, and also, there's always a small percentage that you will be able to actually get the drop on an enemy. Now, the interesting thing is when you do this, you get a free turn to do whatever it is, but afterwards, your battle continues like normal. I wonder, hang on, let me try something. High, low, high. No, that doesn't work. Okay. There we go. Now, this is a new art. It's called Cyclone. What? Oh, it's a cross kick. Never mind. What the? Oh, Cyclone is down, up, 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 up. This is cross kick. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is like I said, I'm doing this solely off memory. If there's any extensive combos to be done, I can't really remember them off the top of my head. Like, there is one art that every character has. It costs max AP, and it's about 10, 11 art blocks or so. Basically, the entire freaking bottom of the screen, it stretches. It goes all the way to the end. And I forgot that is not the freaking input for Slash Kick, so yay. Now, I would run from these battles, but the problem is I'm too slow to run from these. Even though I'm getting the first attack, that doesn't equal I'm going to be able to run away. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, I apologize, you're going to have to actually go through with this with me just a little bit until I can actually start moving forward. See, when you get down here, this is where, the natural progression of the story happens. And this is where you actually start being able to gain magic. I'm so glad to see you. I was all alone. I came here to get away from the Saru monsters. So you, instead of running for safety in your house, you run to a tree. It's radiating some kind of amazing power. The Genesis tree is very warm. You should touch it. Because, it's not going to be, it's not going to burn you or anything. Something is speaking softly into Ittarra's mind. Kotaro? Is that you? Now, as you can see, Tetsu somehow magically teleported from the center of the gate, where he was naturally, up until where the village chief is. And this little ruby with an emerald in it is basically the protagonist's main weapon, really. I have read your thoughts. I am speaking to your mind. I am Meta. A Rasaru. I have been waiting inside this Genesis tree for someone like you. I ask you, Ittarra, do you wish to save your people from the mist? No, they abandoned me. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's go. Good. By combining our powers, we will rid the whole world of the mist. Let us pursue the same destiny as human and Rasaru together, working together. Okay. Open your mind. Feel my presence. Feel it touching your fiber of your being. And then that fierce look that, you know, only 16-bit pixels can give you. Alright, now, as you can see, my stats didn't exactly go up, except for my attack, because of meta. It's so meta, and raises your stats. Now, this is what a Rasaru does. Remember the fire, Gimard? Or, remember the fire? Well, that's what it does. You can absorb the Seru. That's your magic. You can actually absorb the enemies and make them fight for yourself, fight for you. Now, of course, every time you defeat one, it's not an automatic gain. You know, it's not like, you know, hey, I defeated you, get inside my wrist. It's not Pokemon. It requires a little bit of luck. But, as you can see, Gimard is the very first spell you're supposed to get. You're not supposed to actually fail at capturing it, but because RNG decided that this Gimard was not for me, it's going to make me do it again. Now, what is it? There's items that increase how many times or how easy it is for you to actually get it. You know, there's I believe it's called an Ivory Book. And the higher the monster, like the higher the MP cost, or whichever, the harder it is to capture, naturally. So they decided to give you these little, they decided to give you these little, accessories. And I will show you the accessories when we get May's Pendant, so that way you can actually understand it. Please get in my wrist, I want to show you off. Oh my dear lord. Okay. I understand. This is what you're gonna do, huh? Okay. I'm going to stop the recording right here for right now, and I will see you in just a moment, because I am going to get a Gimard, and I'm going to capture it on camera, damn it. I'll be right back. Don't hold still. Hey! I got it on my next try. Sweet. Alright then. Well, that was a little bit of lackluster right there. I'll tell you that right now. Alright. Now, because we actually got it right now, I'm going to run around real quick and show you all what these spells actually look like. Now, of course, because, you know, it's a spell that costs MP. Duh. You know, it's not like it's a free MP cost. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the difference in power between your magic and your attack strength at this point in the game. Hooah! Magic will always be a dominating force in this game. Now, this beginning thing costs 10 MP, but 219 damage. That is a lot of freaking damage for this early in the game. Now, usually what I would do is I would use this time to actually level up Gimard, but I'll do that off screen, because their next part of this game actually has a spot where I can actually level up magic pretty easily. I usually do it until he's around level 5 or so. And yes, you can level up your magic only by actually using said spell. So if you got something that's high in MP cost, you're in trouble. Alright, now, if you talk, in order to progress after you get meta, you would have to talk to Val, May, or the Village Elder, and they'll all progress the story for you. Tell everyone to gather at the Genesis tree. Now, you could run around and see everybody shocked and gasps and everything else, but now the Village Elder and, you know, your protagonist, your silent protagonist, says you have to pray together with Vaughn and Meta in order for this to actually happen. Now, if you try to leave, you see Tetsu's blocking, fighting off 3 Gimards. And there's even more coming because they're getting desperate. So you run up here, awaken the Genesis tree. Nene and May are the first ones to actually help you, followed by the village elder and Val, and then, you know, the random people, probably a couple of others that are like, you know, I'm the shop owner and so on and so forth. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Your rival was the very last person to actually give you their prayers. So that literally means that he would rather see the village destroyed, pretty much, than help you. That's the type of person he is, and it's stupid. Pray hard! Open your mind! Let it flow into me! And douche. And bam! And now, suddenly, the tree has steroids because of praying and faith and all that other stuff. So, what's gonna happen now is now you figured out the entire plot. We've now figured out that the Genesis tree is the source for peace. It's going to actually rid the mist. Now, what ends up happening if you rid the mist is, this is the beneficial factors. Reviving a Genesis tree makes your magic and your raw Seru stronger, so it increases your stats overall. And when you're in a mist-free area, the encounter rate goes down. So there's a couple of hidden factors here that are actually really freaking cool. Now, you have to keep in mind that this game was not... Where is my game case? I think I found it. Hang on one second. Thanks to Ittarra and the people, the Genesis tree has been revived. The Genesis tree has power to drive away the mist and to make a raw Seru like me stronger. The mist is left for Remel, but it still covers rest of Earth. Many Genesis trees wait to be revived. Ittarra, let us leave Remel together to look for these Genesis trees. This game was made in 1997. That's what it says on the back of the case. So... that gives you an idea. This game got overshadowed by Final Fantasy VII, and, you know, in the coming years, it probably got shadowed by, I would want to say, No, what was it? Yeah, Chrono Trigger was for PlayStation 1, yeah? So, somebody in the comments, let me know if it was Chrono Trigger that came after Final Fantasy VII. But, basically what ends up happening now is... because you literally fought through the entire night without a single ounce of rest, you wake up in the morning, and there's the funeral. Yeah, this game is really depressing in the very beginning. But Rem, our leader, our great leader, on your sacred wings, take the noble souls of our friends to the valley of Noaru. May their souls find peace and eternal happiness in the distant valley of the Noaru. Now, these two that are, you know, being pushed off first, they are just, I don't know, I guess they died in the mist attack because of the fact that only Juno came back on a gurney, and he was the one that was messed up the most. So, what? Is that what it was? Like, because this is Juno right here, as you can clearly tell by how shaken up May is, but... the thing I find funny is because of the fact that Seru were so admonished because they're all evil, yet the second that, you know, one says, hey, let me help you, we're all for it. Because he came out of a fucking tree. But then again, I guess it wasn't trying to gnaw your face off, so you're fine. Hippies everywhere. There's too many hippies. That's what this all is. We're trying to reseed the tree. Reseed the planet. Do it! Do it now! And she just broke the game right there because you cannot walk that far in the water in this game. I want to see a remake of this game. I desperately want to see a remake in, like, this, in the three, on the PS3 or 4. That'd be amazing. Where are Juno and the others going? To the Valley of Noaru, dear. Far, far away. Beyond the sea. Is Juno going to come back? Will he bring us good things to eat again? The Valley of Noaru is very, very far away, dear. I don't think he will be coming back. Well, the problem with that is like, I understand you want to protect the child from, understanding it, but the sooner you tell them, the better off they are. At least that's the way I was raised, You gotta understand that All living things need to come to an end, and the sooner you acknowledge that, the better off you are, because then that means that you're living your life more freely. A Genesis tree and a Rosaru. We had some pretty important things here in Rim Elm. Ittarra, Rim Elm is safe next to you. You are truly courageous. I thank you again. However, it's about our precious May. Her mother may still be alive somewhere inside the mist. If you have pity on May, then rescue her mother. If you say yes, I'll tell you the rest of the story. Will you do it? Story time with the Elder. How cliche. But then again, this was in 1997. If it wasn't cliche, it wasn't selling. Oh, thank you. And now even May doesn't know this, but May's mother, Maya, used to work at the Byron Monastery. I forgot how to pronounce it. 10 years ago, the mist came, and naturally we lost all contact with her. As for whether Byron Monastery itself still survives in the mist, unfortunately no one knows, but Maya is May's only surviving blood relative. Wait, that was her mother. Why did I say she died in the first part? Wow, I'm bad. Okay, you're counting on us. Alright. Count on us all you want. One more thing, Ittarra, keep this a secret from May. She will only be heartbroken if Byron Monastery has indeed been lost to the mist. Secret objective is secret. Alright. Now, we have rid the mist, and as you can clearly tell, everything's a lot better now. It's all bright and sunshiny and everything else. What we're going to do here is we're going to head into the shop here and run up the stairs, because everybody hates using this thing. But for me, I actually enjoy it. In this locker, or in this locked drawer, is something called a point card. Now, what the point card is the more you buy, the more damage it does. The amount of points on it equals how much damage it does. If you have 20,000 some odd points on it, you will do 9,999 each time you use it. Alright, we are going to pretty much buy everything and get our stuff up. No, I don't want to buy you. We'll buy 3 healing. Oh my god, I have 8 gold. You highway robber. Alright, let's head into our home real quick. See if anything's on the go here. May is not here. All this is too confusing for an old man like me, but I have faith in you. This will always be your home, and you will always be my son. Never forget that. Now, see, that's, like, motivation right there. That is, like, the biggest motivation you can actually get. Because, remember, this is all trying to stay on, like, traditional Japanese philosophy and stuff like that. Hey, Ittarra! Wait, Ittarra! Now, why'd she come out of the item shop? She wasn't in her house. Phew. I'm glad I made it. The hunting clothes. And see, now if you said that leave her there or lock all your windows and stuff, you would not get this. Now, you could be an absolute dick and just say mind your own business, but you know me. I'm too good-hearted. Even in games, I can't, like, you know, say, hey, you're an asshole, unless you are an asshole. Well, I'm not gonna forget to wear it. Look at the freaking pose they gave her. Like, her nose is up in the air with her eyes closed. Like, I don't care whether you walk away. Get the hell out of here already. But then again, I guess if it is hard to say goodbye to people. Alright, everybody. Well, with the mist cleared and everything else, we now head off into the world map. Now, the interesting thing about this world map is, well, it's free exploration. It's somewhat open world. Yes, it's confined because, well, PlayStation 1, but not very many RPGs actually had it like this, where you would travel over open thing. Everything was pretty much like... The only one that actually would do this would be, well, Final Fantasy VII. At this time, anyway. You know, and it's very rare that RPGs actually do that now. They usually just, you know, hey, we're just gonna... Well, at least for the sequel of this game, you don't really free explore. You just dungeon crawl, pretty much. Only, like, a few towns exist, but in order to get there, you gotta go through, like, 3-4 dungeons each and stuff like that. So, it's one of those things. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to head off to the left here, and our checkpoint, air quotations, of course, is coming up real soon. There it is, right there. That little pool of water. Now, as you can see, we're already enveloped back in the mist. So the Genesis tree did not reach very far, but it reached just far enough to get us here. Oh, Ittarra, I'm glad you came. I'm impressed you made it here by yourself. You can say yes or no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're so confident. You are a lot hardier than us hunters. By the way, Ittarra, see that guy over there? Do you know him? Well, but this is the first time we've met someone else who says his name is Lazam. And he was telling us the most amazing story. Now, as you can see, you know, the proper bowing. You should talk to Lazam, too. Now, you don't have to talk to him, but what we came here for was this. A healing leaf. That's the treasure chest of this game. Freaking weird, I know. But if you talk to him, I serve King Drake, ruler of Drake Kingdom. Now, just so you know, Drake Kingdom is this entire world map right now that we're in. Great deeds, you have my gratitude. Tell me why you are so grateful. Yes, this is about something that happened before the mist reached here. I was heading to Rim Elm under King Drake's orders to warn them of the mist, but the mist caught up with me and I became a Seru monster. From what I hear, it is because of your deeds that enabled me to become human again. That is why I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Drake is surrounded by the mist, and King Drake is surely awaiting you, your amazing powers. With your powers, our castle could be saved. Will you help us? Of course. Oh, thank you. Please do whatever you can to save Drake Castle, but of course, you know, we have to, otherwise this story doesn't progress. Before I departed, the king had made a frightening decision. I hope he is safe. Well, I guess we found out what our next objective is, no? So, when we come back, guys, we're going to be heading to Drake Kingdom just to see what exactly he actually did. And Lord only knows, because of the fact that the mist is involved, it's going to be something pretty horrible. Who knows what's going to happen? Well, everybody, this is Ittarra. Oh, also, you can save in the world. Yeah, that's cool, right? Well, everybody, this is Ittarra signing off. I hope you all enjoy this, and I hope to see you in the next part.